Greetings, YouTube. I'm Jordan with Homestead Made Easy, and today is going to be a special episode for me because it's been 1 year since I started Homestead Made Easy, and I want to talk about it. I came up with the name of Homestead Made Easy when I was spending a couple days in Camden, Tennessee for Homestead Apprentice. Homestead Apprentice was a show where um, around like 40 or 50 people applied to go out to the place. We were going to compete for a piece of property and then get to learn how to homestead while competing to homestead and do that. Funding wasn't there for the second part, but I went out there for the first part, had a ton of fun, and met a lot of great people. On the drive back, I wanted to, implement some of the stuff that I've learned because I know that if I let it, you know, sit for a little bit, I'll forget it and then I won't ever do it. So when I got home, I came up with a plan of how to start a YouTube channel. And the best thing I could come up with was to ask the people that I was in high school with 20 years before to make a little audition video so we could all communicate remotely and have like a YouTube class reunion instead of one at a bar, park, something like that, where you don't go see or talk to anyone that you didn't know and none of your friends show up because they're like, yeah, I hated high school. Why would I ever want to go back? So yeah, that went how about it went. Uh, anyway, on Homestead Apprentice, we were taught by Evan. He is Radio Made Easy, and he taught us that just get out there and start recording videos, start doing stuff, and over time you're going to get better and better and better. And I really think that's probably some of the best advice that I've got in the last year is to just make a YouTube channel, start making videos, start posting content, and doing that sort of thing. He asked us when we were leaving, what we plan on, doing for our YouTube channel, or what was our idea at the time. And my idea was to teach resiliency. And the part that I, pitched was you go to school to learn math and English, history, and you know economics, politics, that sort of thing. But you're never really taught resiliency, and a lot of jobs really need a lot of resiliency. ATC's kind of been big in the news lately, where I believe a lot of workers in New York uh, left the job or something. Uh, ATC is a very, very stressful job. I think it might be one of the most stressful jobs. One of the other really stressful jobs is being a service member. And I figure, I have 2 combat deployments. I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan. I've been away from my family for a long time. Uh, I've spent many, Christmases alone, birthdays alone. Actually, I spent my last birthday and Christmas alone because I got divorced. So I could say that I've had a lot of adversity in my life. And what is resiliency? Resiliency is the ability to bounce back after adversity. And I feel like I'm there, and I can teach it really well by just letting people see it in action. And that's kind of what my YouTube channel idea is anyway. This is me building a YouTube channel to get monetized, and I am trying video challenges, vlogging challenges, stuff that I think would interest me and I can actually do. I'm trying it. I'm doing it. I am you know putting myself out there. I'm telling personal things I normally wouldn't do. I hate talking uh, about myself. I hate sounding weak, and I feel like when I say that I'm alone on Christmas that it sounds, I'm pathetic and weak or whatever. And to me, like, it doesn't matter. Like, the point that matters is that I got to spend a day with my mom, with family, and that's what I call Christmas. Uh, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday anyway, because that's when, everyone, comes together, and you have like a single goal, which is making a meal and sharing a meal. And I I love that holiday, and I really uh, gravitate towards that. And if I have a good Thanksgiving, I can work all day on Christmas. Don't bother me. I've worked many Christmases in my lifetime being in the military. Guess what I'm saying is the military probably made me very resilient, and I think that that's why I wanted to teach resiliency. So, without further ado, why don't I give you a quick class on resiliency? And that is going to be hunting the good stuff. Hunting the good stuff works on optimism. And it's kind of like, if you are always looking at the bright light, then you're going towards the light. You're only going to have good things happen to you because you can't see what happens in the darkness. It's like that Simba thing. You don't go over there, nothing's happening over there. Just ignore it. Just keep going towards the light. It's the way it works, right? So that's basically what you got to do. Um, I was basically told on around my birthday that I was getting divorced, and I figured I wasn't going to have a typical birthday, so I decided to go to the tattoo shop and get a tattoo. And when I showed up, I found out that I'd get a better deal if I waited a day and gone on Friday the 13th. And when I went, the shop owner was talking about Magic the Gathering, and I was like, "Are you talking about Magic the Gathering?" And he's like, "Yeah, you want to see my cards?" And that's how I have built the best like relationship of the last like couple years of my life, is with tattoo artists at a shop. When I showed up for a Friday the 13th sale, he got me back into playing Magic the Gathering. And it's kind of funny because looking at my YouTube analytics, the number one video that did, the best last year was my video Cardboard Crack Magic the Gathering. It's a sign. I don't know what for. It probably means I should stop playing Magic the Gathering, is what that sign probably actually means. But I enjoy playing Magic the Gathering. And I'm really glad that I got back into the game. I'm really glad that I met Michael. I've just went and scheduled my next tattoo. Uh, I'm really excited about it. I have a friend that's coming to visit later this month, and I'm sure that we're going to go to the beach. We're going to go to the parks, stuff like that. I don't want to get an infected tattoo, especially on my leg. I really wouldn't want it anywhere, but uh, I want nice, pretty tattoos. Uh, got it scheduled for after he leaves. Going to go get a tattoo. Really happy about that. Uh, Thinking about this kind of stuff gives me something to look forward to, and it makes me happy. And you kind of see it in my mood and everything change. The more that I'm thinking about all the good things that have happened to me, just outweigh everything that's negative. And that's kind of what hunting the good stuff does, is it counters that negativity bias that if you always think and focus on the negative stuff, it's going to happen to you. The example I used in one of my previous videos was about a snowboarder. When a snowboarder is going down the mountain, if he is thinking, don't hit a tree, don't hit a tree, guaranteed he's probably going to hit a tree. And if he's thinking, follow the path, follow the path, follow the path, he's probably not going to hit a tree. It's a mind thing, mind over matter. So let me know in the comment section, what are you happy for today or over the last couple days? And I hopefully will read your responses and reply to you. If you stayed this long, I hope I earned your subscription and you've gave me that thumbs up. I appreciate everything you guys do. I love you guys. I'm Jordan with Homestead Made Easy, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.